Hi everyone. Today, I'm gonna try something new on this channel. Normally, I've always done different things on this channel like plush videos, predictions to the Mario movies, Knuckles approving content, and also my recent YTPs. But this time, I'm gonna try something different. If you've been on YouTube many times before, you know there's someone called Cinemasins, a YouTuber who essentially corrects out all the errors in a movie. However, that's only 10% of his content. The remaining 90% is essentially just him pointing stuff out on the screen, saying cliches and Deus Ex Machina that aren't exactly real, just random crap, and also his college shit that we don't really like to talk about. But there have been a bunch of YouTubers who have also did the same. They've done everything wrong with Cinemasins videos, and there are a few that I do like. For example, Cinemasins Sins, Captain Vader, and the Birdman. But my favorite one out of the bunch is Luke Dougherty. He's been one of my favorite YouTubers, and I've actually recently subscribed to him. He's one of my favorites, so I recommend you check him out at the end of this video. But now, I'm gonna start off by doing my own version. So for my very first Cinemasins video, I'm going to be doing it on the Super Mario Bros. Movie. Now I know I've mentioned that the other YouTubers have previously done the Mario movie too, but I'm going to do the same here and add just a few extra sins because this movie has always been one of my favorites. So let's get started. Okay, for starters, you're going to get 500 sins for sending my favorite movie of all time. And you're also going to get another 500 cents for calling this movie bland as hell.
Comcast.
Jeremy points at the screen cliche.
Shockingly, this sequence includes an on-brand race cart, but not a minion saying, "Banana!" How do you miss this opportunity?
Banana!
Well, the minions have been shouting Illumination at the start of every movie since The Secret Life of Pets. Also, a minion shouting banana would actually make sense since this is technically a Mario Kart reference, so I'm not going to add a sin there nor remove one.
48 seconds of logos!
Jeremy, you are aware that studios have to show their logos, right? What does Civ 5 and 6 have to do with this movie?
This is not how volcanoes work.
This is a cartoon movie. Of course, that's not how it works. Also, there have been times where lava and ice are together in a Mario game, as shown here in Freeze Flame Galaxy and Shiverburn Galaxy.
I finally found it!
But do you know that it only lasts 30 seconds?
Yes, that's true, but Bowser's overconfident in this movie and only wants to use it to impress Peach, but then will later use it to destroy the Mushroom Kingdom, even though he doesn't.
We like sports and we don't care who knows.
Okay.
Website is real, and it boasts a chat feature, which of course I clicked on. I went with the 20 questions option and discovered that these guys are bragging about having a measly 64 clients. That is barely 5 clients a month for an entire year.
The 64 is supposed to be a reference to the N64.
Spent our life savings on this commercial.
Okay, first of all, spending your life savings on a single commercial. Second of all, just how small was your life savings? Because local commercials aren't really all that expensive.
I don't know. Things are getting very expensive these days. Also, they probably had to give up half of their savings to the woman because they had to flood her apartment for the commercial.
Our mom called and she said, "Oh, boys, that's the best commercial I've ever seen." And I said, "Thank you very much, Mother. We're very proud of it."
Charlie Day, not even trying to alter or disguise his voice, naturally ends up sounding exactly like Charlie Day, and it's distracting.
I get that people didn't like Chris Pratt and Charlie Day as Mario and Luigi, but I still love their performance.
I am unreasonably annoyed at Luigi's ability to use a touchscreen while wearing gloves.
Well, a touchscreen can still be used with gloves, as I did it several times.
Because it's a Mario movie and they can't take a car and they have to run and there are suddenly lots of obstacles for them to jump or dive to avoid, and god damn it!
Their van didn't work when they were leaving, so they had to run. If you were paying attention, you would have known. Also, Jeremy points at the screen cliche. Again.
Having a secret handshake for celebrating after fixing the most basic of plumbing problems. He literally tightened a pipe fixture. That's all he did. Celebrate more important shit, you dweebs.
Luigi said that this is their first plumbing repair, so it makes sense on why they're celebrating.
How many fucking towels are needed in this fucking cabinet? Because there are 15 and only 1 robe and 2 hooks. So this is towel planning gone fully off the rails.
Jeremy points at the screen cliche again.
At no point do these grown adults call for the pet owners to get involved in a solution for their dumbass pet.
It's very likely that the owners wouldn't care about what the dog is doing, as shown in a lot of other movies.
That's right, kids. The first big action sequence of your happy movie about a beloved video game character hinges on a beloved family pet turning into a raging murder machine.
But this hasn't occurred in other video game movies.
This is not what plumbers do.
But this is what they have to do in order to not get into trouble.
This is not how pipes work.
It's a cartoon video game movie. I already said it.
Oh, so they hear a tiny whimper on the other side of the glass, but not the brothers screaming upstairs at the top of their lungs.
Like I said, they probably wouldn't care.
I think you're nuts.
And to really get the audience excited for this lighthearted movie, let's watch a parent shit all over their child's dream. Ah, yes. Nothing like it.
Well, this sometimes occurs in movies, otherwise the story is too boring. Also, I'm gonna give you 50 cents for seeing Charles Martinet's last time voicing a character.
Why would you put the dartboard 3 inches to the left of your television? Are you insane? Did you take out a massive insurance policy on that television?
CRT TVs are very tough. One time I accidentally dropped mine on the floor and it survived.
Our whole lives, everyone's telling us we can't do this, we can't do that.
How old are Mario and Luigi? They're acting like mustached children living at home in a shared room. Yet they are also apparently old enough to have quit their previous jobs to pursue a dream of plumbing. Is the movie demographic aimed at middle-aged adults still living in their parents' basement playing video games to avoid responsibility?
According to Shigeru Miyamoto, Mario and Luigi are around 25 years old. And I don't think that they're living in their parents' basement. It could be a really big family house and each member has their own apartment.
You gotta get to that pressure valve!
A pressure valve! Oh boy, this is so exciting!
And you're going to explain why?
Neither of these two appear to have any difficulty shimmying across a dirty pipe, despite one being weighed down by tools and both have no grip on their beefy gloved hands.
The gloves are probably giving them more grip and Luigi's able to handle the weight of the bag.
That's right. If not for being incredibly stupid and hanging on an old pipe that happens to fall into an old flimsy brick wall, we would have no movie.
Well, no shit, Sherlock.
I knew saving Brooklyn was a bad idea.
Kevin Durant said the same thing.
No, he didn't.
This incredibly useful sign designed to keep people away from dangerous areas is located at the very back of a dark, dead end where no one would see it until they were far beyond the keep out portion of the program.
Jeremy points at the screen cliche. Again.
Listen, if this is how fucking great it looked when Mario pipe warped between worlds and we never got to see it until now, I'm really upset.
True, but I'm still upset of you sitting my favorite movie.
Nothing can hurt us as long as we're together!
And this
I'm not gonna let Jeremy speak for the scene and give him 20 cents for saying this good moment.
Mario, our big adventure begins now!
waiting 20 goddamn minutes to start the adventure that we came here for.
You do know that not every movie has to start off with the adventure, right?
Luigi lands in a nightmare and opts for exploring the area and attempting to survive the wild, rather than, I don't know, give one shot at crawling back through the fucking pipe.
While the pipe was on screen when Luigi got up, Luigi wouldn't have because he is too scared, which is part of his character development.
Undead hench turtles.
Sin and the Dry Bones, which are one of my favorite characters. That's worth 80 cents.
It's a good thing that the remnants of the stone bridge act like a buoyant, lava-resistant floaty pad. I mean, shame that other things will immediately disintegrate in the lava, but don't pay attention to that. Go, Luigi!
You're once again pointing things out on the screen.
This would be the perfect time to have a ghost coming toward Luigi in the distance until he turns to look at it, but nope, there will be no ghosts until later in the movie when one will attend a fucking wedding of all things.
I would agree that a Luigi's Mansion movie would be perfect, but it's still a bit early. Maybe after the third movie.
I guess having them do jumps makes sense, but why do the floating platforms have to be real in this movie? Is it because you hate physics?
No, it's because the platforms have appeared in all the Mario games. But I hate you.
I'm going to convince the Great Kong Army to help us.
But what if you don't? I mean, ultimately she does.
Yes, she doesn't, but Mario was able to convince after he defeated Donkey Kong.
Their mad king doesn't make alliances. The Kongs will never agree.
I can convince him. I'll leave for the Jungle Kingdom in the morning.
This sounds like the worst plan ever.
Wait a minute, there's actually a Sin here and you missed it. Peach's earrings are gone in this shot. The one time a Sin was there and you ignored it.
Let's see what you're made of.
Don't you want to bring any of these guards with helmets and spear axes with you on your journey to the Jungle Kingdom?
Those guards are for the castle, not her bodyguards. Also, she probably doesn't even need them since she was able to take down Bowser's army with just an ice flower.
This gauntlet looks almost nothing like the one they run. And to prove it, let's keep this still image up on screen to compare things to, shall we?
Nope. Instead, I'll give you 10 sins for sinning the obstacle course.
That was amazing.
It was not.
What? That was amazing, and the second best scene of her in the movie. So just for saying that, you're getting 200 sins.
How am I supposed to do that?
With the power-ups. They give us special abilities.
Right, but Peach's run didn't start off with a power-up, so...
That's because Peach didn't need a power-up. She grew up in the Mushroom Kingdom and trained a lot of times.
Mario does not immediately check the size of his package in this scene.
Okay, normally I don't like those moments when Jeremy makes an inappropriate comment, but if it's about Mario trying to impress Peach, I'll leave it be and remove a sin.
I can't play the music, but why didn't the band stop playing after Bowser started addressing the troops? That's disrespectful.
He didn't ask the troops to stop playing.
Of course she hates me. But that makes me love her all the more.
Don't get more attached to the person that wants nothing to do with you. Redirect that obsession to the only relationship that matters when all else fails, which is with your imagination and your dominant hand. And listen, if flicking your bits is somehow more uncomfortable than addressing the undertone of "if she says no, just try harder," we're telling stories very wrong.
Like I said, Bowser is overconfident about wanting to marry Peach. And no, the story is not told wrong, it's exactly how it should be.
Well, what if she says no?
Then I will power up with this star and destroy the Mushroom Kingdom!
Well, they are doubling down on the "if she says no, try a different way until she says yes" thing. Holy sh*!
But doesn't that defeat the purpose of the previous sin?
Why does Bowser's blast turn an ungloved Koopa into a gloved Tribone?
That's actually something we don't know, but I will say video game logic.
This movie makes Luigi into the damsel in distress, and makes the princess into Morpheus and Mario into Luigi.
Well, that settles it. You're coming with us.
What the f***? Mario had to spend hours and hours and maybe days learning how to not even complete that obstacle course, but this little dude has attitude and that's all it takes? The princess has questionable and unfair standards.
Keegan Toad is the bravest one out of them, and as he was asked to evacuate, he stayed, vowing to help Peach, so it would make sense. Also, he's probably going to become Captain Toad soon, so he is training.
So she really didn't bring any of the armed guards with her? I was kind of joking earlier.
Like I said, those guards are for her castle.
I'll never let anyone ruin this.
I mean, you will if you keep wasting time in climbing up massive rock spires, only to have to climb back down them in order to continue on your journey.
Well, you just ruined a good moment. 40 cents for you.
You instantly recognize this human as a human, and he looks more like you than you do any of the Mushroom Kingdom folk. How do you not wonder if you might be human?
No, she just said that he's a human and doesn't know where she's from, but that doesn't mean she isn't human.
My earliest memory is arriving.
She has a pacifier in. She's 2 years old. Are you telling me she remembers this?
Two things. A, you'd be surprised that some people remember events when they were 2 years old. I still do. And B, a 2-year-old sometimes still uses a pacifier.
They made me their princess.
What? They took you in as a baby, raised you alongside their own, and then somehow, at some point, decided you were superior to all their own raised children? They named an alien their president, and everyone was happy about it?
Yes.
There's a huge universe out there with a lot of galaxies.
Thanks, Neil deGrasse Princess, but isn't this mission urgent?
No, it's a great tease for the next movie, and also a great Mario X Peach moment. Another 100 sins.
There's something odd about the Fire Pointy Island-dwelling villain using airships to ferry his minions around, but I can't quite put my Hindenburg on it.
Bowser has used airships a lot in the games.
Not sure if you know who I am, but I'm about to marry a princess and rule the world.
Overconfidence.
Sure, Bowser is overconfident like I said twice, but that's his personality.
Okay, but how do you feed prisoners in a place like this? Or is that the point, that they are only here for as long as it takes for them to starve?
It's very likely he lets them starve. We later see Bowser lower them into the lava at the wedding.
He is cute, but he is.
Says the tiny penguin that threw snowballs at lava to defend his people.
True, but he was the only penguin that didn't throw snowballs at him.
Great and mighty Cranky Kong.
Look, I'm often cranky, but it never gets better because someone points out my crankiness to me.
That sounds like a you problem.
Oh, he makes me laugh. You want my army so badly? Defeat my son? And the
Kong lore just went from straight refusal to, well, this little guy is humorous, so I'll let you have my army if he beats my son for no reason. There's nothing for the Kongs to gain here.
Well, Cranky Kong wants Mario to fight Donkey Kong because he wants to get some entertainment watching the battle.
Also, his son will be Donkey, and this is just a parade of scenes of video games containing Mario, and it should honestly be f***ing ashamed at how much money it made because it's some lazy-ass f***ing tripe.
I'm sorry, what the fuck did you just say? You're calling this movie lazy. One of the best movies ever. You're getting 1,500 extra sins.
what they came here for!
Man, Seth Rogen sounds even more like himself than Charlie Day does. Did they even know what movie they were doing audio for? Is that why the voice work is so generic?
Well, the characters don't talk much in the games.
Mario survives everything that happens to him in the DK Gauntlet, and we are never told how or why his human body can withstand this much of a beating.
Probably because he's the main character and can't die.
Meow.
Sigh.
Sin and Cat Mario, that's worth 40 sins.
So, due to the cat suit, Mario somehow kicks Donkey's ass, and I liked it better when Donkey just threw barrels from up above and Mario had to jump or dodge the barrels. If we're gonna do movie scenes ripped from video games, why didn't we do the barrels?
You just played the moment of Mario jumping the barrels. Are you blind?
Still haven't heard a single good reason why this gladiator stadium needs to be 500 feet up in the air like it's some kind of Harry Potter
As I said earlier, floating platforms are very common in the Mario games.
He kept beating you senseless and you just kept getting back up?
mistaking.
No. Sin another Mariche moment. That's worth 300 sins.
Lucky for you guys, I got a
A. Sin and Thunderstruck. B. This scene was super exciting. And C. Take me off your Christmas list. You're an asshole.
The Fast and the Marius.
Reference to a movie that has nothing to do with this movie.
Thankfully for Mario and the other racers, the Bifrost is actually part of this race course.
That is not the Bifrost. That is Rainbow Road.
No one noticed the highly obvious Bowser Castle peeking out of the cloud.
Probably because they're focusing on the road.
Mario gets blown up and magically lands on another vehicle in the race so he can continue in the competition.
Jeremy points at the screen cliche again.
That is how you princess!
By not looking where you were driving? Because she's not looking where she's driving.
No, it was because she caught him before he fell to his death.
blue shell!
I don't know if the blue shell is intentionally going for the person that was clearly in second place, but it's dumb and wrong and has cost too many people too many games. This sin is for you, stupid shell that can't tell who's in first and who isn't.
Okay, this time he has clearly got it correct because the blue shell is designed to get first place, and Peach and Toad were in front of them as it was flying to them, so I'll remove a sin.
Race home to tell everyone to evacuate the city, but why don't they have radios? They have race cars and hover pads, but no radios?
The movie doesn't show radio, so it's likely that they don't.
No, princess. I stole this star for us.
Doing stupid, impossibly illegal shit because you think you're in love with someone that you're actually not remotely compatible with because you just have a lusty crush from a distance and don't even know that person in the slightest. Yes, this sin is for college me.
Well, Bowser is too blinded in love for Peach that he did do all that illegal stuff and won't accept the fact that Peach would marry Mario. Also, Jeremy talks about a stupid college girlfriend cliche.
I'll marry you, just don't hurt my toads!
I'll marry you, just don't hurt my toads.
This is just you copying what she said, which is not a sin.
You have my word.
Taking this f***er at his word.
Peach still was not going to marry him as she fights him during the wedding.
Where you will all be ritualistically sacrificed!
Finally, mercy.
I see someone saw James Gunn's Suicide Squad movie, specifically Polka Dot Man.
Yeah. So?
How the f*** did they throw this shit together so quickly?
Because Bowser has a big army.
I see all your game characters attending this wedding, and I have to tell you that the Muppets already did this in The Muppets Take Manhattan, which is also a superior movie to this by literally any and every measure.
Referencing another movie.
Princess, I got it!
But forget being shown how Toad went about acquiring an ice flower while being held prisoner in a floating castle surrounded by enemies and lava.
He's in training of becoming Captain Toad. He can do anything.
I can't play the music for you, but why does this alternate dimension land with sentient mushrooms and turtles and use the Earth-specific wedding march music?
Because it just does.
Lower the prisoners!
Isn't that just a waste of a cage? I mean, just open the bottoms of the cages and drop them all out at once. It's faster, allowing them to get to the wedding, and it won't require entirely remaking all the cages.
Bowser will just ask the troops to make more cages.
She just turned into Elsa from Frozen to fight Bowser's fire, and that is copyright infringement!
But the ice flower first appeared in Mario Galaxy 6 years before Frozen came out. If anything, it's Frozen that's stealing. Take that, Disney.
I think this might be the most average movie ever made. I guess kids today would call it mid. Voice work, average. Story, average. Animation, pretty good actually, but wasted. Action, average. Its biggest offense is not being daring enough to have a biggest offense. Thankfully, it only made $1 billion. Wait, what? Is that shit for real?
You know what? Fuck you. I told you. See? As long as we're together, everything is gonna be okay.
You have been a part.
Once again, I'm not gonna let Jeremy speak for this sin and give him 20 cents for saying this good moment.
Who knew that kicking a sentient bullet in the eye would cause it to abandon its mission/orders and chase after the eye kicker? Not I!
Jeremy points at the screen cliche. Again.
Just how is a raccoon bear suit that has a helicopterable tail faster than a rocket bullet?
You were saying, Jeremy?
Ow! I guess the damage Mario takes tumbling through several mushrooms isn't the right kind of damage to remove his raccoon Mario suit.
No. Mario would have to get hit by enemies or spikes in order to lose the suit.
And for reasons, only our main characters are sucked back into Mario's neighborhood. Thousands of Toads are hiding nearby and they manage to avoid the vortex. And how much better would this entire next sequence have been with Toads running amok?
That never happened, so it's not a sin.
This is like the end of Spider-Man Homecoming. It's dark yet colorful, it's happening in the air, and I have no idea what's going on.
Referencing another movie.
I thought Bowser fired a bullet that fired Mario through the pipe. How the f*** does that result in Bowser himself being able to cross into this dimension?
The chains holding Bowser's world probably broke during the pipe malfunction.
You ruined my wedding!
So Bowser has now forgotten about the Power Star he just stopped Mario from getting. And that will definitely be important later when they are fighting and maybe Mario or Luigi stumbles on it and gets invincible and wins the day. That will be fulfilling for stupid people and children. Stupid children.
Bowser is too blinded in anger because Mario ruined the wedding and made Peach like him instead and forgot about the star. Also, how fucking dare you? You can't call us Mario fans stupid. Another 1,000 sins.
This being Punch-Out Pizzeria tells you everything about this movie in a single freeze frame. It's all references and no heart.
Mamma mia!
Holy f***, this commercial is so perfectly timed it's enraging. I'm adding 20 cents for this perfectly timed nostalgia bomb that motivates Mario to go do whatever the f*** he's gonna go do, and I am livid right now. You are cheating!
I will give you 20 cents too.
Nothing can hurt us as long as we're together.
You guys continue to misunderstand.
Stop, stop, stop!
Because they touched it at the same time, they both get the powers of the... Wait, that isn't fair at all. This movie about a video game about New York City plumbers sucked into an alternate dimension populated by mushrooms and turtles isn't following the rules.
Oh, yeah.
Now, what was it you were saying?
This fight against the all-powerful Bowser is going so well, I half expect Star-Lord to show up and ruin it all.
Jeremy says something random cliche.
Let's hear it for the Super Mario Brothers!
God damn it. Roll credits, I guess. They are still sharing a bedroom.
Yeah. So?
Movie thinks it needs a second post-credit scene to entice us to watch a second movie with a beloved character when we know Mario will only sacrifice them to make a jump.
You know what? I've had enough. You think Movie Mario is going to be that heartless and just throw Yoshi down? An extra 150 cents for even thinking about that. Well, that's my very first Cinemasins video completed. Took longer than I thought, but now let's take a look at the results, shall we? The Cinemasins counter in total was 15,637 sins, and the sentence will be lava. Thanks for watching, and I hope you take a look at Luke Dougherty's channel. Like I said, he's my favorite, so you have to check him out. He's great. But this probably is going to be my only Cinemasins video, unless he sins like Mario Galaxy. I hope he doesn't though, because that movie, just like the first one, is really good. So let's just hope that he doesn't. Of course he did.